He's only gone and done it. What's up, preppers? Welcome back to another video. Yes, Starmageddon, however you want it, whatever you want to nickname him, he's gone and got it through the winter fuel cuts. So this is the pensioner fuel allowance of up to £300 that he's taking off the pensioners, starting straight away, as in this winter, leaving them no time to get prepared to save up on their meter all year round. You know, if he'd have done it next year, maybe they could have added a bit of credit, you know, every week or every month and built that up to cover the winter. But when you were expecting this payment and it's suddenly ripped out from under you, it's an absolute disgrace. And it got passed through. Yes, the opposition tried to oppose it, but obviously Labour's got the majority in there, so it went through. So clearly not just blind support for their leader, but no conscience either in these Labour candidates. No impact assessments done for this at all. Rushing through the policy, like literally no time for scrutiny from anyone. And it's going to be removed from all pensioners that are on as little as £11,500 a year, which might sound all right to some people, but it's still lower than the minimum wage bracket, that. And we're getting a 10% increase in all of our gas and electric coming winter. So the price is going up and they're taking money back off them. Is it me, or is that how you decrease the population? Because Age UK themselves, I'll read this out, said, "We firmly believe that cutting the winter fuel payment this winter with virtually no notice and no compensatory measures to protect poor and vulnerable pensioners is the wrong decision. 1 in 5, or 19% of pensioners, are planning to eat less this winter due to the cut. Research from the charity Age UK shows the proposed cut to winter fuel payments will mean 2 million will find paying their energy bills a real stretch and will be seriously hit by this cut." I mean, it's absolutely disgusting because, I mean, if you've got older relatives or you're a pensioner yourselves, please let me know in the comments what you think of this. But it's absolutely disgusting, I think. And now's the time. The time is gone, but now is the time to try and prepare for this as best you can. Even if it's not for yourself, if it's for loved ones, if it's family, if you can help them to be more prepared for the winter, then now's the time to do it. I've also found this, which I thought was very interesting. Analysis published by Labour in 2017. By Labour, mind, the Labour Party. Said plans to means test winter fuel payments would be the single biggest attack on pensioners in a generation. Thousands of pensioners could die if the government proceeds with its plan to cut the winter fuel payments for those not on benefits. Labour's own research, that was, in 2017. So they've obviously changed their views on that situation. Or is that the plan? Is this how you decrease the population? No, we won't stop boats. We won't stop things like that. We'll just kill off a good proportion of our pensioners. Absolutely shocking. Starmer said the party can only deliver change in the future if it does the difficult things now, adding that the decision to remove the winter fuel payments was part of fixing the foundations of the economy. And I didn't get the quote, and I'm just going to paraphrase, but there was footage going around of Starmer last year, before the election, criticizing the Conservatives for even talking about this winter fuel payment cut. It's not how we should be treated as a population, especially when we're pumping money into things that don't deserve the money. That saving could be made in many other places, and without getting too political, it could be saved in many other places that are a lot better to cut back on. How do we prepare for this then, or how do we prepare our loved ones for this? Well, first port of call for me is sealing off the house. Like, not completely, don't make it airtight. They need some sort of circulation, but stopping drafts coming through and making sure windows are sealed properly and things like that. And checking the insulation, the loft insulation. It's not all that expensive to get an extra roll or to fill that out, but just check for gaps in stuff like that. Make sure you're not losing what little heat you do have. Also remember, when it comes around to summer, make sure the plans you put in place in winter are either able to be taken out or able to handle the fact that we could be in high heats at times. Use extra sources of warmth like electric blankets, hot water bottles, or space heaters. We'll discuss the heaters shortly in a bit more detail. Protect your extremities, as in wear warm hats, gloves, thermal socks. I mean, we've seen it on jokey TV series like Still Game and things like that, where they're sat there in the gloves and the hat in the house. It's fast becoming a reality, which is the scary thing. The alternative ways of heating your house is what I would definitely look at. Because of the price of gas and the price of electricity, you can get much more efficient heating options. I myself have got an oil-fired radiator similar to this one on screen now. I think I picked it up at Home Bargains when it was start of summer, because nobody's buying them at start of summer, so it was cheaper. So I was lucky in that way, but you can get them on Amazon. I will put some links for the stuff I mentioned below. As usual, feel free to use them. Feel free to find your own source. That's not a problem. The first one after the oil heaters, the next one is halogen heaters. Now, halogen heaters are not greatly efficient at getting heat from A to B. It's a very direct, like you've got to have it pointing right at you practically. And the heat does dissipate quick, but they are cheap to buy and they are quite cheap to run. They've got also these new plug-in style small heaters. Now, these are supposed to be really good. I've seen a lot of reviews. I've not got one yet. I've put one on my shopping list to add to see what they're like. But there is a lot of good reviews on these. And I think the benefit of these is a fast, quick heat. So you can put it into a room, plug it in, turn it on half an hour before bed and heat a whole room and then unplug it. You know, that would be a good option to travel around the house because it's small, it's compact, it's easy to use. The one I found that I've linked below also has a 2-year guarantee, which with heaters is quite valuable, to be fair. The best option I feel though, and the one that I'm going to move on to away from the oil-fired radiator, is these infrared panels. Now, I looked at these quite a while ago when I had a flat which was terrible to heat. And they're just white panels, electric. You can mount them on the wall, you can have them freestanding, you can mount them on the ceiling. They're really lightweight. You can also get ones that are designed to look like canvases, so it's like actual art. But the panels themselves, you can paint them. This is the great thing about them. They can blend in anywhere you want. They're super energy efficient. They take next to no electricity compared to things like the halogen and things like that. And they might cost you a bit more to buy, but the money they're going to save you in the long run is going to be really good. I'll link one below, but have a look around because you can find different sizes for different rooms. But the one I'm linking has a lot of detail on it, explaining how they work and stuff like that. So I thought that was the best link to put in, even if it's just for your research purposes. But they will heat a large room or a decent size space. This is why I'm going to make the move over to them and probably rarely use my central heating if they work as well as I think they will. And last one, which is not a space heater, blankets. I've mentioned it in a previous video, but I wanted to say it again because they're still available online. I've picked them up. We're getting some more for the winter. They are heavy duty removal blankets. These are thick wool blankets that you can use as an emergency or just in case because it's winter. They're not the most comfortable. They're not the prettiest, but in comparison to the price, what you'll pay for a good wool blanket now, they are an absolute bargain. They're designed for removal. They're heavyweight, but it's a really good prep to have in the cupboard. That's about it. Just wanted to come on and air my utter disgust. And as well, despite not being a political channel, any party in government, no matter who it is that done this, would have had the same reaction from me. This is not a loyalty thing. It's just a disgusting move. Thanks for watching, guys. I'd love to hear your comments on this one and what you think of what's going on. Don't forget to like, subscribe, the little bell, and leave a comment below. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.